Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of Sector 5. I am your host as always, Cody Heinzman, and I'm here to bring you the results of Hell in a Cell. We'll start off with matches that were made that were not on the predictions. So we start out with the new pre-show, which was now Kofi Kingston versus Damien Sandow. We'll get into it later why it was changed. So Kofi versus Damien Sandow. The winner of that match was Damien Sandow. With my predictions, I really wouldn't have told you who I think who would have won. I would have wanted Kofi to win it. But there wouldn't have been any speculation on who I think would have won it or what I thought would happen. So, Kofi loses to Damien Sandow in the pre-show. And then another match that was set up that was not in my predictions was Fandango and Summer Rae versus Khali and Natalya. Now, I truly would have thought that Khali would have been able to beat Fandango. But Fandango and Summer Rae beat Khali and Natalya. So, there's that. That's all the matches that were made that weren't on my predictions. So let's get started with matches that were on my predictions. Now, originally, the pre-show was set. It was supposed to be Big E Langston versus Intercontinental Champion Curtis Axel for the title. Reason for the pre-show being changed: Curtis Axel was not medically cleared to compete. So, Big E was no longer in a match against Curtis Axel. Instead, it turned out Big E versus Dean Ambrose for the United States Championship. Big E won by countout, which means still your United States Champion, Dean Ambrose. So Big E won, but he does not hold the title. Dean Ambrose was able to sneak out and keep his title. While we're talking about the Shield, we had Cody Rhodes and Goldust defending their tag team championships against Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins of the Shield and the Usos. And the winner of the match, and still your tag team champions, Cody Rhodes and Goldust. Now, going on to matches that were title matches, we had Los Matadores versus the Real Americans. The winner of that match was the Los Matadores. Next up, we had Punk facing against Ryback and Paul Heyman. The winner of the match, CM Punk. Next up, we have AJ versus Brie Bella for the Divas Championship. Winner of the match, and still your Divas Champion, AJ. Now, here's the match that everybody wants to know the results of. Well, one of the two matches everyone wants to know the results of. We have the returning John Cena facing against Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight Championship. The winner of this match and the new World Heavyweight Champion, John Cena. The champ is here. Finally, we have the WWE Championship match. Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton. in the Cell with special guest referee HBK. So here's the rundown of the match. Back and forth match, entire way. Here comes Triple H. Triple H goes into the Cell, throws Randy out of it, gets up all up in the face of Shawn Michaels, and ends up pushing. Well, no, Daniel Bryan gets pushed into Shawn Michaels. And then later, Daniel Bryan knees Triple H in the face. So HBK switching music, Daniel Bryan. And then slithers in Randy Orton to become your new WWE Champion. Yes! In the end, the winner of the match and new WWE Champion, the Viper, Randy Orton. So we finally have a WWE Champion. Again. So, that's all. That's all the rundown that's happened at Hell in a Cell. There was one thing else that happened, not during a match or anything. Miz comes out, calls out the Wyatt family. As they come back, here comes the returning Kane. Kane goes out to the Wyatt family and the Miz. So, who knows what's going to go on there. But, that's the rundown of Hell in a Cell. I didn't watch it, so I couldn't give a full analysis on everything. I just heard what happened in the WWE Championship match. So, that's the rundown. That's who won, the new champions, the retaining champions, all the factual information that I can provide. So, as always, I'm Cody Heinzman. That's just how it is.